But there was always an emptiness. I always found that, there's more I can do, there's more I can learn. And while learning, I realized that, the best way to remember it and the best way to contribute what you've learned is by sharing it. So while I started archery as well, while going to the University of Guyana, I thought that, it would be great to be a coach, and that's why I jumped at the opportunity to become a certified coach. My name is NARDA Mohammed Mangra, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of the National Academy of Recreational and Developmental Arts. During COVID, me and my husband, we got married during that time as well, and the Eccles Policing Group approached us and asked us to do a recreation for them at that time, and we thought that archery is perfect because they can get to actually practice their aiming and shooting ability without the use of guns and weapons, and also because during COVID you had to have that social distancing, and archery is actually a social distancing approved sport. So when we started it with just 2 persons, and it grew into a very large number of persons coming out on weekends. So from 2 now we have 150 persons.
So right now you can see my compound bow setup, and then this is my bare bow setup. So I start with a bare bow setup first. So we click the arrow on here, which is a knock, and then you rest it on the arrow rest there. And this is what you call a 3-finger hole.
Throughout my lifetime, I have been practicing and training in many different arts. I have done theater arts, I have done modeling, singing, drama on stage. I have done comedy. I actually have an MBA from the University of the West Indies. I've done cooking with the Carnegie School of Home Economics. And when I thought about recreation and development for youths and for general public, I thought about, an institute that can teach them any type of art, culinary or whatever art it is. They would be able to encompass it in our institute. And the Academy offers physical training and mental coaching. So what we do, we have a wide range of techniques that we encompass in our training, and we try to do one-on-one with persons. So basically, if you want to come just for fitness, just to lose some weight, just for a healthy run, we are able to facilitate that. If you're depressed, you have anxiety and so on, we do mental coaching. We also do motivation for you, and we're able, like school kids, we're able to motivate you to do even better in school. Persons stressed out at work, we're able to teach you archery, where you get to relax and have some fun. We also have a social group where you can interact with peers. I believe our academy is actually unique, and it's the first of its kind because it's a recreational academy. Many parents may tell their kids, we want you to become a banker when you finish school, or we want you to go overseas and study, or we want you to be a doctor, and so on. But there are many persons who just want to be an athlete, for example. We want to provide that facility. We want you to know that you can become anything you want, with the right people guiding you, and with the right motivation, and with the right techniques. Many persons have joined us, and they have, from where they have been and we have led them to at a safe time in their life where they feel like they can be on their own and they can be independent. They have moved on, and we still follow their path and see how life is going, and we connect with them sometimes. But many of them have become very influential in society right now. What is unique also about our business is that we offer free training, free coaching. We only ask for persons to give a contribution sometimes towards the purchases of the equipment that we use, but that's for the sports. For the mentorship, we offer free training. Both myself and my husband, Anand Mangra, we are certified world archery coaches, and we do free coaching. But through the academy, we also have support from the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, who helps us tremendously. And we also have a few other sponsors like Sterling Products. We have Broadway Fashions. We have Monish Wars Travel. We have Lee's Electrical, who has recently joined us as well. The persons have recognized that we're pushing a good initiative, and they want to be on board too, because we are in a lot of charity organizations trying to help in whatever ways we can. The methods that we've implemented, the one-on-one catering for persons' unique needs, we have studied them, and we have also looked at different training techniques worldwide. We also follow world archery standards. We also follow different standards from international organizations. So the one-on-one is to specialize for that specific person, so they feel comfortable, they feel motivated, they kind of become family. So whenever they have any hiccups, any issues, they come back to us to guide them, or they just generally, when they feel that they are successful or they've achieved a lot, they actually come back and volunteer for us because they want to give back to others as well. Guyana has not taken part in the Olympics as yet. We're at the moment trying to get a piece of land from the Ministry of Housing so we can have training, and that is because the grounds that we usually have access to, we limit to 18 and 30 meters, but for the Olympics you have to practice at 70 meters. So once we have acquired a good piece of land with the facilities and the length, we'll start 70 meters and hopefully we get to Olympics someday. But we practice what we preach, and that's why we're saying if you join this academy, you'd be able to have a balance and a healthy lifestyle. I've tried it and it's successful. You're able to mentally fit yourself in different situations. You're able to focus. You're able to have a healthy body and a healthy mind. Actually, our motto of the academy is healthy bodies and wealthy minds. So we practice what we are teaching others, and it definitely works, and we want to share that with everyone. What makes us more unique is that we do one-on-one. We kind of try to find out what is the easiest way for you to learn something, and then we adapt to that style and we teach you through that way. So it caters for everyone, offering opportunities for teenagers to partake in other social activities and keep them busy. It's a very simple sport, so you do not have to feel that you're incompetent or you do not have the ability. Everyone, any kind of incapacitated persons can do that. And if you follow on Google or on Olympics, you'll see persons without hand, without foot, they do archery. So that is one of the sport that we do for persons who are incapacitated or visually impaired or have some kind of incapacity.
Okay, so we're using a compound bow now. This is a complete different setup and different form also that you use for compound shooting. This, you don't depend on instincts, you have to use aim and sight. So instead of you holding that 70 pounds of pressure, which is very hard to hold,
The bow holds it for you.
the bow holds it within the cams here. So you just holding probably maybe 15% of that. These can fly probably 280 feet per second.
So ProArchers Guyana started in March 2019, and we were first group chat on WhatsApp where we were communicating basic stuff on archery. From 2022 we have registered our academy, and right now we can safely say we have taught archery or introduced archery to at least 1,500 persons countrywide. We went to several regions with the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport and our own. We have traveled to different regions and have introduced archery to persons. If I have to forecast where we're heading, it's definitely growing. It's definitely growing, and we see ourselves having thousands of members in the coming years, and also several other activities. We see that once we have our land, we have our building, we can have daily classes for persons who want to come during the week, because right now we only have on the weekends and evenings, and it's growing. We have over 150, so when we have the daily classes, we see ourselves having thousands of members. And also, it's not going to just be for us, but I believe it's going to be a benefit for the general country, because we intend to have classes like public speaking and so on. So when athletes go overseas, you know, they can really rep not just in their physical sport, but in the way they speak, in the way they represent Guyana and their PR. Also, we want to teach members budgeting and time management and so on. We want to have them very all well-rounded. In order to be a top athlete, you need specific discipline and you need techniques that we're willing to teach, and definitely we intend to expand to different regions and have permanent classes for them. So we see ourselves having a lot of members, big growth, and not just benefit our personal members, but public members generally. I can say that I've traveled many countries to represent Guyana, and I believe I'm living that dream. And now I want our members to do that as well. So we promote different aspects of culture and sports, and we allow them to travel different parts of the country, and we do hope to go internationally soon, so they'll be able to represent and be proud of their country. I'm living my dream and I'm doing that, and I would encourage anyone to get into entrepreneurship and own your own business. The pros of owning your own business is always that you can go to work when you want and you don't have to go when you don't want to, and that's generally something everybody talk about when they own their own business. But also it benefits us because we have the vision, we know where we want to go, where we want to take it, and because we are the owners of it, we can drive it to that. We know exactly what we want. We have clear objectives. So that is definitely a benefit when you're the owner and you have the vision. You know how to carry it through to achieve those goals. Many of the negatives are that lack of resources in the other way, like I mentioned, land. Many organizations who are well developed, they have access to grounds and resources unlimited. But we're now starting up, so that is a challenge, one of them. Secondly, because people don't know much about us. When we go, we have a challenge to explain what we do, how will it benefit society, how will it benefit persons. Some people are even skeptical about our business and other businesses when you approach them and they're not familiar with the name, especially when you're a new business. My advice to anyone who want to start their business today, especially youths, I would say ensure that you have your goals and objectives clear. Ensure you know what it is you want to do. I often see many persons trying different businesses. As soon as they have a little idea, they want to experiment or try it out, and then they fail, and then they try several times. Thanks to the Road to Growth program, I was introduced to this. So you can actually go to the HerVenture app, HerVenture. So you can go to that app and it can guide you clearly how to create your vision, goals, objectives, and so on. And with that, you would have a clear idea of how successful your business would be. When you're able to do your growth plan, you're able to plan your objectives, and you'd be able to have a foresight into the future for the next 3 to 5 years, or how many years you want to plan for. That can guide you. And what I would say definitely is don't give up, keep trying, and many times you'll feel like quitting, but don't quit. It's all worth it in the end. Okay. So we're actually on Instagram, ProArchers Guyana. We're on Facebook as well, ProArchers Guyana, and we're on Twitter, ProArchers Guyana. On Facebook, we also have the Academies page, which is the National Academy of Recreational and Developmental Arts. So you can follow us there, and you will be updated every day on a daily basis where we are going next, what we're doing next. So you'll be updated quite often. Or you can, like I said, you can always message us and reach out to us. My name is NARDA Mohammed Mangra, and I'm an entrepreneur.